Welcome to Rise and Shine, guys. If you have kids at your home, or if you're a concerned parent who is worried about their kids' health, or if you are in a dilemma whether to get your kids vaccinated or not, or if you want to know the experts' advice, especially WHO and UNICEF regarding this issue, keep watching this video, guys. I'll be answering all these questions in few minutes. At least 80 million children who are under the age of 12 months are at a very high risk of diseases such as diphtheria, measles and polio. As the COVID-19 has disrupted the routine vaccinations throughout the world. This is the warning given by WHO and UNICEF. We all are afraid of coronavirus, aren't we? But we should be equally afraid of the life-threatening diseases which have been deprived of limelight these days, but still continues to take a toll over the lives of thousands of the kids every single day. Yes guys, the WHO officials have issued a warning that children across the globe are more threatened of the deadly diseases as countries halt or scale down their vaccination efforts for the diseases such as polio amidst the corona pandemic. The vaccinations have been disrupted due to several reasons. Some of the parents are no longer taking their kids to clinics because of the movement restrictions imposed to slow down the coronavirus, or because sometimes they themselves are very scared about the risk of exposure to the virus. Health workers who provide the vaccinations have also been diverted to help with the response to pandemic. A lack of protective equipment means doctors are reducing the number of people they treat. Lockdowns and cutbacks in commercial flights have also led to delayed delivery of some vaccines. Because of all the reasons, when the vaccination coverage is going down, more outbreaks are expected to occur, including of the life-threatening diseases such as measles and polio. Any concerns over children and parents contracting COVID-19 when we see our doctors during our immunization visits are far more outweighed by the risk of getting another more deadly or otherwise debilitating disease by not getting vaccinated. Some of the children in our country are completely unimmunized and therefore there is always a big risk. For example, whooping cough never goes away from the population, and being under-vaccinated with whooping cough is a very big concern, especially in children under a year where it could cause difficulty in breathing. In this present scenario, it becomes the responsibility of us, the parents, to get our kids vaccinated according to their prescribed vaccination schedules. Looking at these warnings coming from WHO and UNICEF, we decided to take our 4 months old daughter Aradhya out of her house finally to the doctor's clinic. Let me present before you an interesting incident which had happened to us during this visit. For the first time in last 2.5 months, we had stepped out of our house and guess what? The police caught us. What actually happened was that we hadn't immunized our daughter for the 10th and 14th week doses due to lockdown. We prioritized safety against corona over immunization, hoping that once this will get over, we will get her immunized. But since there is no light at the end of the tunnel and looking at the statistics, it seems that corona is here to stay. We decided to get her immunized. So we spoke to this pediatrician who hasn't been practicing regularly ever since the lockdown is in force and only offers his services selectively. This was to choose the doctor with minimum chances of multiple contacts. He agreed to immunize the baby. He gave us few instructions which I'll be speaking about subsequently. We just prepared ourselves, got ready, took a list of documents and things that we had been told to carry along and what we in our wisdom thought that we should carry. And here we were out on the roads for the first time in almost 2 months. It was all going well. I was looking at outside world after so long. It felt like a different world altogether. The kids were having their share of fun. Suddenly we saw a policeman waving at us to stop. we obliged. He stopped us and had asked few questions such as who we were, where did we live, why were we out, which doctor were we going to, and then checked our identity cards as well as the little one's vaccination card. And that's it, we got the green signal. When we had reached the doctor's residence, I was relieved to see that all the prescribed measures has been followed. There was nobody else out there, the lucky us. The main gate was partially open, so we did not have to open it with our hands. There was a wash basin outside with soap dispenser available. Additionally, there was a table laid outside with a bottle of sanitizer. And for us, just in case we did not follow the rules, there were 2 neatly wrapped fresh disposable masks. There was a bundle of tissues. The doctor sat across the inspection table. He wore a mask, of course. The table had a freshly placed inspection sheet. This was in place, however, we were told to bring our own sheet, which we did, and laid down the baby in that. So yes, we were doubly safe. The doctor had all the vaccines ready. He wore fresh surgical gloves. He sanitized it. I don't know how many times. The best part was that he did not hasten the process. He was making himself doubly sure before touching anything or touching the baby again. For the oral vaccine, he made us to do that part, once again reducing the chances of infection. He did not paste the slips and vaccination card himself. He gave it to us, well wrapped, and asked us to do it ourselves, just to avoid cross contamination. And finally, the time for payment had come. We had decided to do it electronically and had already therefore recharged our Paytm wallet and kept it ready for instant transaction without having to unnecessarily prolong it or get involved in cash transaction. So that's it. The baby got immunized. She cried and cried and cried, but then that's what is supposed to happen. She had calmed down some time later. We came back and now finally she is fast asleep. She had developed a little bit of temperature, but again that's kind of a normal post-vaccination. We already discussed what happened at doctor's place and what measures did we, I mean us as well as the doctor, adopted to reduce the chances of COVID-19 contraction. So here is the list of things that we all should do before visiting our doctors for vaccination. First of all, check your vaccination card and make sure what vaccines do you want your child to be given. Like we had given Aradhya, Hexazim, Prevnar and Rotatec for the 10th week vaccination. Now that isn't readily available at all times with all the pediatricians. Search for a reliable doctor who is known to you preferably. Speak to him and pre-arrange your vaccines with the exact nomenclature so that you do not end up having a tussle at the clinic, especially when the options are limited in this lockdown. Confirm the mode of the payment or transaction preferable to the doctor. Insist for electronic payments as far as possible. Try and schedule your visit at a time when least amount of the patients are expected. Carry your identity card, Aadhaar card, the prescription of the doctor if it can be arranged. Don't forget to carry your vaccination card or the immunization card and birth certificate just in case it is asked for. Wear the mask, it is very much required. I have just used the simple mask. Wear disposable gloves once you get down at the doctor's place. I have used these kind of gloves. Carry your own bottle of sanitizer, it is very much required. Carry 2 separate sheets or towels along with you and make sure the length of the towel should be enough so that once you lie down the baby on the inspection table, the baby should not come in contact with any of the surfaces around. Make the baby lie down only on your own sheet and do not rely on the doctor's wisdom for using a new sheet for the baby. Insist on the doctor using a fresh set of gloves before vaccination. You would be coming in contact with multiple surfaces once you are making the baby lie down on the table. Wear your own gloves. Post-vaccination, the baby should be picked up with clean hands and should be placed in a fresh wrap. The person wearing the disposable gloves should pick up the used sheets, wrap it and keep it in a poly bag which should be tied up and dumped in the boot of the car for subsequent washing. Get rid of the disposable gloves and wash or sanitize your hands. Sanitize the handles of the car door before opening it again. You can never be sure that nobody had touched it while you were gone. Last but not the least, fill in your details in the proforma that doctors generally keep, which contains all your contact details and a little preliminary information. This is to trace back the dots just in case any corona positive case gets discovered and he happened to visit the place same day as you did. And yes, download, install, register and use the Arogya Setu app. That's it for today. Stay tuned for more from Rise and Shine. Do like our video and comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions. Please subscribe to our channel and keep rising and shining, guys.